Shalom, 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 Israel. Yabashim Yashar Bakathon, my brothers. Yabashim Alathon, Bashim Yashar to my sisters. Mashwar, Mashpaka. What's up, family? It's like it for the delay, but you know what time it is. You know what day it is. It's Friday, 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 Friday. You understand how we get down on Fridays in the I.S.U.P.K. Israelite School Universal Practical Knowledge. Start on 1 West, 125th Street, Hall, New York, under Command and Junior Yahanna. It is the Lashawan Qadash class, the Hebrew class, or as we like to call in Atlanta, Hebrews 101. You understand? We like to focus on the fundamentals and the basic principles of Hebrew. You understand? So we have to read and write. You understand the text. You understand? Read for the feast. Read for the Sabbath, which is coming up. Read for the generals, or even read for your own pleasure. You got it down pat. You understand? When you want to travel abroad, go down to Florida, all the way back up to New York, cross country to Chicago and Texas, down to Cali, and even Mexico. You can rock with the big brothers. You understand? Most high in Christ. Okay. And tonight, we will have a short class. You understand? Because we will be having Sabbath service directly after Hebrew class. All right. So we will go ahead and jump into the lesson. All right. Most high in Christ. So, but as always, before we start off, how would I get down, Atlanta? Doing the basics, the fundamentals, you understand, okay? This time I'll stay on the right side, going over the alphabet, okay? Remember, there are 22, count them, 22 letters, characters, symbols in the Hebrew alphabet. You understand, okay? So real quick, let's go over the pronunciations, all right? Ba, ga, da, ha, wa, za, ka. Remember that ka with a strong pronunciation. Ta, ya, ka, la, ma, na. All right. Then we have sa, I, pa, taza, kwa, ra, sha, tha. Excellent. All right. Cool. Now again, going over the alphabet this time. We just went over the pronunciation. This time, let's go over the alphabet, you understand, in ancient or Paleo Hebrew. Okay, try to recognize our characters. All right. Again, a, ba, ga, da, ha, wa, za, ka, ta, ya, ka, la, ma, na, sa, I, pa, taza, kwa, ra, sha, tha. All right. 1 sec. Most High Christ. Excellent. All right. Now, lastly, going over our alphabet, but this time we're going to go over it in Assyrian Hebrew. And a lot of times you will see us focus on the Assyrian Hebrew. Why? Because unfortunately, it is the most predominant text available. All right. So I'll give 1 second. All right. Well, Lord in Christ, you're back. Okay, going over our alphabet. Lastly, now in Assyrian Hebrew. So, like it for that. A, Ba, Ga, Da, Ha, Wa, Za, Ka. Remember that Ka has the strong pronunciation. All right. Then Ta, Ya, Ka. And also remember, in the Syrian, there are 5, count them 5 letters that will change the shapes when they're there at the end of the text. Understand? Ka being one of them, Ka going from that half circle or half moon, some people might want to say, to kind of looking like the Da, you understand? But as we like to say in Atlanta, with the extended clip. Okay? Then we have Ma, going from the cowbell to a box whenever it's at the end of the text. Then Na, kind of like the staple in the text. Now it looks like the Wa, but with extended clip. Okay? Excellent. Then next we have Sa. Sa, kind of looking like the Ma, but remember, Sa has that extra crown on its head. Okay? Then we have I, then Pa. Pa, is at the end of the text. Looks like kind of like the upside down G, but now it's going to look like the number 9 almost. All right? But extended clip. Okay? Then Tazah, crooked letter Y, end of the text. Turn around and fly straight. All right? Tazah. Right? Then we have Qua, Ra, Shah, and Tha. All right? Excellent, excellent. Like again, this might be a quick class. You understand? Because we have Sabbath service coming up tonight. All right? So, part of our lesson for tonight, let's go over one of our prayers. Okay? Let's go over one of our prayers. So, let's go over Psalms 121. All right? Going over Psalms 121. Just to help the people, whenever we have to recite this, you understand? It's like whenever we have to recite this prayer, okay, just going over the basics, breaking down the words, okay, so to help people know what they are pronouncing. All right? Cool beans. So, for my people who have their swords, you can turn to Psalms 121, especially if you have it in the Hebrew. You understand? To help go over what it's going to sound like. Okay? All right. My sword as well. All right, cool. Now, when we go over Psalms, of course, Psalms 121 actually only has 8 verses in it. Okay? So I'll go ahead and read the first verse. Okay? So, Psalms 121. I will lift up mine eyes unto the hills, from which cometh my help. Okay? So now here in Hebrew, we're going to go ahead and write out what our people are actually saying. Okay? So, verse 1. Okay? Our people are saying, just in case we'll leave this up, we'll go ahead and write this out in English. You understand? Just write out the pronunciation so people can understand what they're saying, okay? In case they want to write, they want to take notes and write this down for themselves, okay? So, first word is Asha'ah. All right? Then we're going to say Yahanna. All right? Yahanna, then all ha-haria. Okay, don't worry, we're going to break down what we're actually saying, okay? So we have Asha'a, Yahanna, all ha-harium, all right? Then we have Ma Ayah. Okay? And Ya Sa'a. And then I-Zaria. Okay? This is what we have so far. Verse 1 in the Hebrew. Going to read out. Asha'a Yahanna, all Aharium, Ma'ayan, Yaba'a, Azariah. Okay? Now, this is what you are saying in the Hebrew, okay? So now, starting off, Asha'a, you are saying, hopefully everybody can see this with the blue. I will lift up. Okay? I will lift up. Asha'a, I will lift up. Yahanna, mine eyes. All right? Then you have all Aharium. Okay? All is going to be unto. Okay? And remember, if you had your notes from your prefixes and prepositions, all unto. Okay? And then we have here ha. Remember that is the or the. Okay? Unto the. Okay? Then here we have Haryam. We have Haryam, right? So now, remember in Hebrew, Har is like mountain, mount, okay? Or even here, hills, okay? Hills. So Har is mountain or hill, right? Then we have Yum, and that's going to make it plural. Remember that from your notes. So here, all Haryam unto the hills, okay? Unto the hills, right? Then we have Ma'ayan, okay? Now also remember here from your notes, Ma is going to be from, okay? From, and then Ayan is like whence, okay? In the Old English, okay? Whence, right? Then we have Yaba'a. Here in this context, Yaba'a is coming. Then Isaiah is my help. Okay? And the root word of Isaiah is Izar. Okay? And also remember that because we have an officer named Isaiah Allah, tribe of Levi. Okay? Cool. Cool. Now we can, let's go over that. So, remember now, this is what we're going to be saying whenever we do these prayers. Okay, so Psalms 121, Asha'a, okay, Yahanna, all Haharim, Ma Ayan, Yaba'a, Isaiah. Okay, right, and here again, here in the blue, right here is the breakdown for what you're saying in the Hebrew. Okay, so simply, I will lift up mine eyes to the hills from which cometh my help. So if you want to try to read it, want to show off and read it fluently, Asha Ayanya, Hariam, Ayanya, Azaria. Okay, cool beans. All right, hopefully everybody has that for their notes. Give it a few seconds. All right. Does everybody have that? Cool beans. Let's keep it going. All right. And again, this is just to give help, to give Izar, understand? But when our people have to read and recite these prayers, okay? So have everybody on board. All right. Now let's go to verse 2. Okay. Now in verse 2, it would read what? My help cometh from the Lord, which made heaven and earth. Okay. So cool. Now we go to words. All right. Isaiah. Ma'im. Okay. Then we have Yahweh. All right. Then I.S.U.P.K. Right. I.S.U.P.K. Okay. Change the board real quick. Then we have Shemayim. And lastly, Wa Ratazah. Okay? Cool beans. Now let's read this in the Hebrew. Okay, so now Isaiah, and remember we just wrote this down. So Isaiah is going to be what? My help. Right? Very good. My help. All right, cool. So Isaiah, remember, Isaiah, my help. Right? With Isaiah being the base word, the root word. Okay? Then we have, again, Ma'im. Okay? Remember that the Ma earlier is from. All right. So then we have my help. Going to be from. All right. As in my help cometh. Okay. Very good. All right. Of course, we should all know that Yahweh is the Lord. All right. So far we have Isaiah, Ma'im, Yahweh. My help cometh from the Lord. Okay. Then we have what? Which made. Okay. So I.S.U.P.K is which made in this context. Okay. Which made. So now let's go ahead and just break this down. So now we already have verse 2, my help cometh from the Lord, which made. Okay, and then of course we know what? In English, we have left heaven and earth. Right? Cool. So now, here it is. Heaven, the word heaven in Hebrew is Shemayim. Okay? Shemayim. Right? In Hebrew, heaven is Shemayim. Okay? Here's something else. You've also heard when you read Hebrew, you've also heard the word mayam, right? Mayam is waters, right? Here, Shemayim, heaven, okay? Like heavenly waters, okay? So heaven is Shemayim. Then we have Wa Arataza, okay? Now remember from your notes, the Wa in Hebrew most times is for the word and, right? Cool. So then we have and then Arataza is earth. Is earth, okay? Give me 1 second. Cool beans, okay? Most High in Christ. But that's it for the board. All right. So let's take a look. In Hebrew, Psalms 121, verse 2. Azariah, Ma'ain, Yahweh, Aisha, Aisha, Shemayim, Wa'arataza. Okay? What's that saying? My help cometh from the Lord, which made heaven and earth. Okay? Excellent, excellent. Let's keep it going. Right. Now we have verse 3. You have verse 3, right? How's it read? He will not suffer thy foot to be moved. Right? So now let's break that down in the Hebrew, okay? Verse 3. Verse 3. Okay? So now we have how your thumb. Excellent. Take that. We have how your thumb. Right? Excellent. Then we have la or what. Okay. Then we have Regalka. We have Regalka, okay? Then we have Al Yanawan. Al Yanawan. Like Yanawa. Yanawa. Then we have Shamarka. All right. Excellent. Now, let's change the colors. So again, verse 3 in the Hebrew. Psalms 121. Al Yathan. Lama Wat. Regalka. Al Yanawa. Shamarka. Okay? And this is what our people are saying. Okay? For Al Yathan, all in this context is not. Okay? All is not. Okay? But here we have the sentence. He will not suffer So here, our first sentence. He will not suffer all Yathan. Okay? And also here's something else. Yathan in Hebrew, according to this context, as you see, he took all out. You took all out, you have he will suffer. Right? So now, of course, we've seen this in the text before, such as when we saw in the Old Testament, it's like when we saw in the New Testament, when Christ or Yahweh said, "Suffer little children to come unto me," right? So now, what was he saying? Let them come, or allow. Okay, allow. So Yathun means allow. Okay. So now let's say if you hear the sentence, you see somebody say in Hebrew, in English, if they said, "Hey, Lord willing, I'll be there. Lord allow, I'll be there." Right? So now you can say in Hebrew, Yahweh Yathun. Yahweh Yathun, Lord allow, Lord willing. Okay? Yahweh Yathun. All right? Excellent. Let's keep it going. Then we have Lamawat. Lamawat. Remember from your notes, La is the preposition to. Okay? So Lamawat, in the root word, Mawat, here, to be moved. To be moved. So we have all your thunder, Lamawat, okay? Regalka. Here, for the sentence, Regal is foot. Root word here, Regalka. Regal is foot. Okay. Now here, like it, we have ka. We have ka. Okay. So now earlier from our notes, whenever we heard, a lot of times when we heard thou, especially like thy, we a lot of times we associate it with the preposition tha. Okay. It's like tha is more referencing to an actual person. Okay. Ka here is metaphorical. Okay, it's metaphorical. So here, remember, and also remember from your notes, we had ka. What was ka? With the K. Ka was what? As or like. Okay, so remember that. Metaphorical. Okay, so ka, thy foot. All right. Then we have al Yahanna. All right. Now remember what we said earlier. All earlier was not. Right. So now we have al Yahanna. We have not thee will slumber. Oops. Slumber, not slumber. Slumber, okay? Then we have Shamarka, right? We have Shamarka. Now, he that keepeth. He that keepeth. Shamarka, all right? So now, I guess let's go over this in the Hebrew. Okay? So, al Yathan, he will not suffer. Lamawat, to be moved. Regalkai, thy foot. Al Yanawa, not thee will slumber. Shamarkai, he that keepeth. Okay? So he that keepeth thee. Okay? So essentially, you're saying in the Hebrew, al Yathan, Lamawat, Regalkai, al Yanawa, Shamarkai. In the Old English, he will not suffer thy foot to be moved. He that keepeth thee will not slumber. Okay? So that's what we're saying. That's what you're saying, all right? Excellent. All right, we're making good time. If you ain't got no questions online, sure we're good. All right. All right. Let's move on to verse 4. Verse 4. Moving. Now, verse 4 reads, Behold, he that keepeth Israel shall neither slumber nor sleep. Right? Cool. Now, of course, let's break this down in the Hebrew. Okay? Verse 4 reads, Hana. All right? Hana. La'a. Yahanna. Wala'a. Yashan. Okay? Here we have Shawamar and Yasha'ala. All right? Cool. So again, in the Hebrew, verse 4, it's going to read, Hana, La'a, Yanawa, Wala'a, Yashan, Shawamar, Yasha'ala. Okay? Now, what are we saying word for word? Hana, behold. Behold. All right? Then next, La'a, Yanawa. Now here, in this context, a lot of times when we say La'a, okay, La'a is no, okay? But also in the context, La'a can also be nor, okay? Nor, right? And remember, from earlier, Yanawa is slumber, right? So here we go. So behold, La'a, Yanawa, neither what's it like it? It can be nor or neither. Slumber. Okay. And then ha. There it is. Wala'a Salakia is nor. Wala'a. For instance, pretty much when you're saying and no and not. So wala'a, nor. Okay? Nor. All right? Nor. Then we have Yashun. Yashun. Yashun is Hebrew for sleep. Okay? Sleep. Now we have Shawamar, okay? Now I know most times we hear Shamar as in keep, as in watch, okay? Shawamar here is he that keepeth. All right? He that keepeth. All right? So just think, Shawamar, he that keepeth, as in general Shawamar, right? Aha. So as you can see, more of our names are always biblical. All right, whenever we get our Hebrew names, okay? So Sharamar, he that keepeth. And of course, Yashala is Israel. Cool beans. So now let's take it from the top. In verse 4, Psalm 121, verse 4 in the Hebrew. Hana, La'ah, Yanawab, Wala'ah, Yashan, Shawamar, Yasha'ala. Okay? Step over here. All right. So again, Hana, La'a, Yanawa, Wala'a, Yashan, Shawamar, Yasha'ala. Okay? Essentially, you are saying, behold, he that keepeth Israel shall neither slumber nor sleep. Okay? Excellent, excellent. Again, just giving our people a solid breakdown on what we're saying when it comes to the prayers. Okay? Giving people a little more clarification, all right? Because we do understand that it's kind of hard to pick up the Hebrew, if you will, especially when you're not reading it. Okay, when you just have to hear the syllables, all right? It can be a little hard to retain. I know it was hard as hell for me when I was first trying to do it. All right? Cool beans. Now let's go to verse 5. Go to verse 5. Okay? How does it read? Verse 5, Psalms 121, verse 5. The Lord is thy keeper, the Lord is thy shade upon thy right hand. So now, how will we be saying this in the Hebrew? Okay. Now, verse 5 reads, Yahweh Shamarka. All right. Then Yahweh Tazalka. Tazalka. Then Al Yad Al, so like it, Al Yad, then Yamyanka. Okay. So again, in the Hebrew, how are we reciting it? Yahweh Shamarka. Yahweh Tazalka. Al Yad Yam Yanka. Okay? Cool. So now let's break this down. Of course, Yahweh is the Lord. Then Shamarka, thy keeper. keeper. Then Yahweh, the Lord. TITHES is thy shade. Thy shade. All right. And if you look up TITHES, you will see it, or TITHES, like in the Strong's, you will see it referencing shade or even a shadow. Okay. Then we have Al-Yad. All right. Remember, if you remember from your notes, what are our suffixes and prefixes? Al is upon. Okay. And also remember when we did a class on some of the letters, Yad is hand. And then Yanka is thy right. Thy right. Okay. We'll go to the other side. All right, cool. So reading off, verse 5. We have Yahweh, Shemarka, Yahweh, Zalka, Al-Yad, Yanka. Okay? Here, for your notes, you are saying, the Lord, thy keeper, the Lord, thy shade, upon thy right hand. Okay? Excellent. All right. Cool beans. Moving forward. All right. Now let's go to verse 6. Go to verse 6. How's it read? Verse 6. Psalms 121. The sun shall not smite thee by day, nor the moon by night. All right. Cool. Now, verse 6. Starting off, Yahweh Mom. Yahweh Mom. Ha. Shamash. La'ah. Yah. Ka. La'ah. Yah. Ka. Then we have Wa. Your rock. Why your rock? Then Ba La Yala. All right. Just in case for people are getting tripped up on some of these words. Yahweh Ha Shamash La'ah Yayaka La'ah Yayaka Waya Rock Wala Yala. All right. Here's what we're saying. By day, all right? Because now here, the root word, this is Yawam, right? Yawam is day. And here you have Ha Shamash. Okay? Remember from your notes? Ha is the, so the root word here is Shamash. That being the sun. The sun. Then we have what? La'ah Yakaka. Remember, la'ah can be no, nor, or not, depending on the context. Here we have la'ah is going to be not. Then smite thee. Okay, smite thee. All right. Then why your rock, nor the moon. Your rock, the moon, by la, Yallah, by night. By night. Okay? Put this here. Dedication of the class. So, here. Yamawam, by day. Ha Shamash, the sun. La'ah Yakaka, not smite thee. Wayarak, nor the moon. Bala Yallah, by night. All right? So if you start saying a little fast, repeating it. Yawam, Hashamash, La'ah, Yakaka, Wayarak, Bala Yallah. Okay? So that's what you're saying. All right? Most High in Christ. All right, let it sit for a few seconds. Cool beans. Let's move on. 2 more verses, and we'll be done. Next, verse 7. And how's it read? In the English, the Lord shall preserve thee from all evil. He shall preserve thy soul. Right? So now, what are we saying in the Hebrew? Or simply, how do we say it in the Hebrew? Cool. Verse 7. Yahweh Yah Shamarka. Macau Rai. Yashamar then Af Napashka. Oh. All right. Excellent. Most High in Christ. Cool. So now, again, we have Hebrew words Yahweh, Yashamarka, Macau Rai, Yashamar, Af Napashka. Okay? Verse 7. So then here, let's break this down. Of course, Yahweh. the Lord, then Yashamarka shall preserve thee. Interesting. Yes. Shamarka shall preserve thee. McCall, right? McCall. Remember now from our notes? We're good. Remember from our notes? Ma being from. Kyle here. They get it. McCall being from. Kyle being all. Right being evil. All right. Give me 1 second. Okay. Real quick. All right. Excellent. So remember from our notes, Ma being from. Kal is all. Rai is evil. Okay. Rai is evil. Okay. Then we have Yashamar is he shall preserve. Shall preserve. Then Af, the Pashka, is thy soul. Okay? Now here, for the Hebrew, we have Yahweh, Yashamarkai, Makal Rai, Yashamar, Afna Pashka. Okay? And also it's interesting because earlier we were hearing about Shamar is what? Watch, keep. Right? Here also, Shamar can be preserve. Preserve. Okay? Let that sit for a few seconds. You go right back. Tell them to be there and tell them like 10 more seconds. All right, oh, cool. All right, so again, we have Yahweh, Lord, Yashamarkai shall preserve thee, Makal Rai from all evil, Yashamar, he shall preserve, off the Pashka, thy soul. Right? Cool beans. For our last verse, and how does it read? So verse 8, the Lord shall preserve thy going out and thy coming in from this time forth, even forevermore. Okay, cool. Now, get this one, right? We have Yahweh, Yah, Shamar, Okay. Kaza Aka. Okay. Then we have Wa Ba Aka. Aka. All right then. Ma I.F.A. Ma I.F.A. Then here's the tricky one, right? I know I can find myself tongue twisted over this. Look, I can barely say it in English. Isn't that something? Okay. So then we're gonna have Wa'id I.W.L.M. All right. Cool. We have Yahweh, Yashamar, Taza'aka, Waba, Waba'aka, or some people might say Waba Wa'aka, Ma'atha, and then lastly, I.W.L.M. Okay, let's practice that last word real quick. I.W.L.M. I.W.L.M. Excellent. Okay. Now here, this is what we're saying in the Hebrew. Okay, write this down in English. All right. The Lord and Yashamar again shall preserve okay. Then Taza'aka thy going out. Then Baba'aka and thy going in. Ma I.F.A. Remember from our notes, Ma can be from, okay? So we have from this time forth. Right? And then lastly, well, I will learn. Remember that first? Wa and even I will learn for evermore. Okay? Yes. So, lastly, we have Yahweh, Yashamar, Taza'aka, Waba'aka, or Waba'aka, Ma'atha, I will learn. And we're saying, the Lord shall preserve thee. So like the Lord shall preserve the going out and the going in, from this time forth and even forevermore. Okay, you got a question?
Yes.
Yes.
On Waba'aka. Can that going also mean coming also? Because
Yes. 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 That's right. Thank you. Thy going out and thy coming in. Thank you. I wrote the wrong word. Thank you, sis. I appreciate that. All right. So, going one last time. Yahweh, Yashamar, Taza'afka, Aba'afka, Ma'aifa, Wa'ai the Lord shall preserve thy going out and thy coming in from this time forth and even forevermore. All right? Most High in Christ. So for everyone who was in class and was able to take these notes, and hopefully for the people online who can see this as well, so then the next time when we read over this prayer, then we can have a stronger voice. All right? Everyone can read this, and not just the brothers. All right? Most High in Christ. Most High in Christ. Are they, before we end this, because I believe that we still have Sabbath service tonight. So the water for everyone for participating. Are there any other questions before we end Hebrew class for tonight? Yes.
For Psalms 121, it's similar to our prayers when we face the east.
Very good. That's right. That's right. So when we face these, this is one of the prayers that we will be reading. Psalms 121. Okay? Very good. Very good. Any other questions? Most High in Christ. All right. And with that, we'll pass the class off to priest and officer no Pashkaya.
These are I.S.U.P.K security announcements. We are the I.S.U.P.K start out 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Rule for a new brother and sister. When a new brother and sister come to the school, they are limited for 6 months. They are here to be saluted only. They are here to set themselves of the world. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There is another 6 months in which the brother and sister will court each other. After this 6-month period, the brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, which is a commandment, the book of Numbers, chapter 18, verse 21, and the book of Malachi, chapter 3, verse 8 to 10. My Israel, that means 10 in the Hebrew. 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you. Give to the treasury department or teacher. Priest bond, free will offer a priest not mandatory. Whatsoever amount you like to give. Next holy convocation is going to be the Feast of Hanukkah. There's going to be the 25th day of the 7th month in the space of 8 days. And it's going to be December 17th, Saturday, sundown. Remind Akim I'll walk in to check the bulletin board in the hallway. If any brother wants to be a trooper in school, start wearing all black, boots, shirt, pant, headband, or scarf. For that, it worked curse true teacher. Men in Israel, Amidam. Men in Israel, Amidam Sabat, Amidam, Barak. Yahweh Hashem, Yahweh While they said to you in the Lashawan Qadash, may the Most High in the name of Christ bless you. Ayat Yam the top, mean hands down, sorry, turn. Sister stand. Give one curse salute to the sisters in the classroom. Men of Israel, Amayim Sabat, Amayim, Barak, Yahweh Shema Eladam B'Hashem Yahushai.
Yahweh Shema B'Hashem Yahushai.
While they said to the sisters in the Lashawan Qadash, may the Most High watch over you in the name of Christ. Ayat Yom Taught me hands down, class dismissed.